Right, this first... Next slide, please. Cheers. This first slide shows us like it's a sample of music that I listen to, which is my music taste, but as well as this, which is pretty alternative, slightly weird stuff, I also listen to bands like The Killers, Biffy Clyro and the Chili Peppers. My favourites here being Frightened Rabbit, Jack Johnson and probably the Maccabees. So that's like what I'm looking for in my magazine, the genre being a little bit alternative, kind of following that twist. So next slide please. This is a list of names I've decided on, thought about using. Each of the names is relative to music, even if it doesn't like it. They're kind of old-fashioned, what you'd used in like using an old record. My favourite from the list is independent music, but this is just a list, and I was going to take a poll, kind of have a vote from you guys, which is the audience, to see which people like. So I was wondering if you could just vote on them when I read them out. So like independent music. So extended play, which can be shortened to EP. I haven't decided on that one yet. Yeah, that is what EP stands for as well. Cassette, which I wasn't so keen on. These were just kind of having a bit of a brainstorm on names. So, anyone for cassette? No. Stylus. Cheers, Billy. This is indie old, which is like indie alternative, just shortened, being lazy. And alternative music magazine, which I was going to shorten to AMM because it's quite a long name.
I like AMM. There's more people in the class that do.
And medium. Cheers. Next slide, please. This was going to be my free colour plate. That is orange, not a horrible brown. So that was orange, black and white. Because I used this on my preliminary one, and if it's used well, it can, if you don't get it right, it can look kind of naff. But if you can get it right, it can look different, and that's what I'm looking for, because my music taste is different. So I'm thinking it could tie in with that quite nicely, kind of promote the magazine a little bit better, because not many magazines use such a twist on it. Next slide, please. These are like the artists I listen to, so Jack Johnson, that's Frank Turner. These are like what they wear, so the clothes I'm looking for on the front of my magazine. It's pretty casual stuff, apart from Frank Turner, he's using pretty swish. But like his jeans and t-shirts, strange hats, stuff like that. Just, it's kind of casual, which is good. And mixture of both can create an interesting cover, I think. Next slide, please. Yeah, there isn't a slide now, but I was going to talk about my target audience, because I ran out of words. So the target audience is looking for like teenagers who are just beginning to discover alternative music, to older people who have known about it for a while but still enjoy reading about it. Because younger people, I don't think, like children, really know about it that much. That's it.
Are you using a band or just an artist?
I was thinking a solo artist because it's going to be easier, but I think it can look better because, yeah, Reese.
How are you going to lay out your contents page?
How
are you going to lay out your contents page?
I'm thinking another main image, because if you have too many images, I think it can clutter it. That's what I noticed when I looked at magazines like Q and NME. They use quite a lot of pictures, and I just didn't like the look of that.
What content is your magazine going to have? Like what content is your magazine going to have? Like interviews?
Yeah, it's going to be, I haven't actually decided that much on it yet, but something along the lines, obviously, of alternative stuff, so things which are interesting to people who like that, so music, up-and-coming music in the alternative genre, stuff like that.
Do you think it's aimed at a certain gender?
I don't know, if I haven't taken a poll on which genders like alternative music the most, but so no, I don't actually know at all.
Do you know a split class?
Are you going to like keep strictly to the colour palette, or are you going to like...
Again, I haven't decided. I was going to, and if I can make it work, like I said, I think it looks nice, but if I can't make it work, I am going to have to change that because it will just look bad. Yes.
You know how the colour palette was black, white and orange, wasn't it? Are you going to have sort of a black and white image and then orange, or are you going to sort of incorporate orange into the image?
Well, I was probably just going to have I'm thinking a normal image, maybe have it black and white, 'cause that looks quite good. But on my preliminary one I had, it was black and white, and then like I did effects on the titles which had orange. So it wasn't that much orange, but it just tied in nicely with the black, and the orange kind of faded to white, which looked quite nice. So I'm thinking of using that.
I like your orange. I think your orange makes it look a bit more vintage, and I think if you go on those tones, looking at your target group, and the fact that you're crossing over young people who are just getting into music and the older generation, I think that could work really well, really nicely.